evening, wherever you're watching from. How are you today? Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you today? Hello. Hope you're all doing well. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you? How are you and where are you watching from? Kindly let me know where you're watching from. How are you today? How are you today? How are you today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you today? Let me know where you're watching from. If this is your first time seeing me, I'm Cecilia Mbullah, and I'm shooting this video or broadcasting live from London, England. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you today? Hope you're all doing well. If this is your first time seeing me, I'm Cecilia. On today's episode, we are going to be talking about 5 questions you should never ask anyone. Never, 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 ever ask anyone these questions. These questions are so unnecessary. They will make the space where you are very uncomfortable. They are very awkward questions to ask. And you know what? Don't ask them. These questions will not help you in any way and they are so unnecessary. So please, today we are going to be talking about these 5 questions you should never ask anybody. How are you today? Let me know how you're doing today. How are you? How are you doing today? Let me know where you're watching from. And if this is your first time seeing me, I'm Cecilia. I'm broadcasting live from London, England, or I'm shooting this video live from London, England today. And I'm sure it's 11:32 in the morning in London, and today we've got sunshine. Yay! How are you today? Yeah, so on today's episode, we are going to be talking about 5 questions you should never ask anybody. Never ask anyone these questions. They are so unnecessary. There are things you can discuss with people. Hello, Scooby-Doo. Yeah. Velma of Scooby. I don't know. Hello, how are you? There's a bit of lightning. I can't see your name. Is it better? Let's see. How are you? How are you? How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Good. Good afternoon. I'll have to check. Velma from Scooby-Doo. I'll have to check. I'm just laughing because I know what that might mean. How are you today? Okay. On this channel, I talk about relationships. I love fashion. I love fashion. I am a fashion addict. So I've done some videos on fashion, and I do some stand-up comedy as well. I've not shared a lot on this channel, but I do that as well. Please, 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 how are you today? Let us know where you're watching from. I would like to know you. How are you? I'm Cecilia. I live in London, England. And I'd just like to know how you're doing today. How are you keeping today? I know. Just want to know. Okay, let's dive straight on. I'm from Karachi, Pakistan. Hello from Karachi. How are you? Okay, today we are going to be talking about 5 questions you should never ask anyone. These questions are so unnecessary. They're awkward to ask. They're unnecessary. You don't have to ask them. They are very intrusive. It's like, so intrusive. Now, question number 1, don't talk about people's body weight. Don't go, oh my goodness, you've added so much weight. No, please don't do it. Don't. It's a no. I know I'm going to say something. You know what? Where I come from, and this goes across Africa. When you put on weight, people will be like, oh my goodness, where did she get the food from? People will start visiting you. When you put on weight, people will start visiting you because they know you have food. They want to. This is a bit funny, but it's true. But it's not like that across the globe. It's not like that in different countries, different places. So when you travel, you should see these questions. Don't ask these questions. Don't ask. Don't, you see a friend you haven't seen for a long time, you meet them, just talk. There are different things you can talk about. Don't talk about people's body weight. Please don't go, you've added so much weight. Unless you are in Africa, because when you, it's a compliment. It's a big compliment to tell anyone across Africa that they've added weight. It's like, you know what? You look wealthy, you've added weight, you've added weight. Where do you live? Where do you find the food from? Seriously, that was just a joke, but that was just a joke. As I said earlier on, I'm a comedian. Yes, I am. So I'm going to say a lot that we should just laugh. I know these are things you should not ask, discuss, questions you shouldn't ask people, but then you know what? We have to add a little bit of humor on, just a pinch of humor every now and then. It's okay. Please do not ask people about their body weight, why they have put on weight, why they've reduced so much. Don't, please. The English of Africa is very stylish, and native English people. Oh, thanks. Thanks very much. Thank you very much. Please do not talk about people's body weight. Please, please, please. It's unnecessary. The second thing you should not ask people is, how much do you earn? Please don't ask about people's income. It's unnecessary. Why do you want to know? It's so unnecessary. Do not ask. Some people will not tell you. Some people will go, why are you asking? But see, these are questions you should not ask people. How much do you earn? How much do you make? Don't ask. A lot of people do ask these questions. And sometimes when you ask questions in the midst of people, it's just so awkward, and people just keep, it's just, don't ask. Don't ask anyone. If I don't, even if it's your friend, even if they are your very good friends, don't ask. Don't ask how much they make. Don't ask about their salary. Some people would even ask to see your paycheck. Like, seriously, the one, can I see your pay slip? Like, what for? Please do not ask anyone for their pay slip. Do not ask anyone. It doesn't matter how close you are to that person. Oh my goodness, don't ask for their pay slip. No, what do you want to do with someone else's pay slip? Please do not ask. Okay, it's so unnecessary. Yeah, it's unnecessary. It's intrusive, extremely intrusive to ask for anyone's pay slip. Please don't do it. Okay. How are you today? Please let us know where you're watching from. That is point number 2. Do not ask for anyone's payslip. It's so unnecessary. The third thing you should not ask any couple, especially if you meet a couple, and they've been married for years. Even if they're your very close friends, don't ask them when they are going to have children. Don't. They've been married for 10, 15 years. Of course, you should know that they are trying. They are trying. Don't ask them. Don't. This is a question that sometimes you ask without thinking. We all do it. You make that mistake. You just ask and then you go, oh my goodness, what have I just done? What have I done? Why did I ask? Why? How? So that is why sometimes before asking, certain questions, you have to think. You have to run them through your mind. You have to run them through. You have to think before you ask. Please, if you have friends who have been married for a long time and they do not have children, don't ask. Don't ask. Don't ask. Do not go, oh my goodness, when are you going to start having children? Or are you not thinking of kids or things like that? Please don't don't go there. Because a lot of people are trying. A lot of people are going a lot. So once you ask that question, I remember watching a video, and this lady said that when anyone, she's been married, obviously, she's been married for about 18 years, and she's been trying IVF, back and forth. And someone she met, just ask her that question. And people keep asking, and she's like, when they ask the question, I really don't know what to say. I've been married for so long, and they should know that I'm trying. They shouldn't just come up with this question all the time. And people do ask her this question all the time. Are you not thinking of making kids? When are you guys going to start making kids? She's been married for 18 years. Please don't ask these questions. Don't, please. These questions are so awkward. They are unnecessary. There are questions you should ask people. There are things you should ask people. There are certain questions you should just avoid, because these questions are unnecessary. They will not help you in any way. So why are you asking them? Please don't ask people these questions. It's unnecessary. Another thing is, when you see someone like a friend or anyone, it could be friend, it could be family, and they are putting on a nice dress and you like it, just go ahead. Yeah, I love your dress. It's nice. That is all. Don't ask them the price of the dress. How much did you pay for that dress? Oh my goodness. They might have bought it, paid really, 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 really small for the dress. Really, really, I mean, they might have paid less than almost nothing for the dress. Don't ask them. It's unnecessary. That is what I think. It's unnecessary. Please do not ask. If you see someone's shoes, dress, jewelry, it could be anything, just appreciate them, but don't ask. Some people would even go as far as asking you in public. You're in the midst of people, you're chatting, someone sees your t-shirt or something and they go, oh my goodness, it's nice. The next question is, where did you get it from? That is a good one. But the next one that comes after that one is the one that no one wants to hear. How much did you pay for them? Please don't ask the price. It doesn't matter. They could be close friends, especially in public. Avoid these questions. Don't ask them in private. They're unnecessary. In public, please do not ask these questions. They are not necessary. Do not ask them. The next question you should not ask anyone, a single person, man or woman, is when they are going to get married. Like, when are you planning on getting married? Some people go as far as saying you've been single for a very long time. When people think about these things, people do think, genuinely think about these things. It's just that they try. Some people date, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. A lot of people want to settle, a lot of women want to settle, and then a lot of men are out there who want to settle as well. They are searching, looking around to see if they can find someone that they can actually settle down with. People are out there searching. So when you keep asking them this question, when are you going to get married? Have you not found a partner yet? Oh my God, you have been single for so long. Have you not found a partner? Oh, you're a very handsome guy. Why are you still single? You're a very beautiful woman. How come you're still single? What is going on? See, these questions, please do not ask these questions. These questions are so unnecessary. They are not necessary. They will not add anything to you. They will not add anything onto you. These questions would rather make the other person feel very bad, awkward. Please. People are trying out there. People are going through a lot. A lot of people out there are going through a lot. It's either people are going through something, or coming through, or just came out of something, or getting into something. So people are going through a lot out there. So these are questions I think we should not ask people. Don't ask. Some people would see a lady, like, I don't know how, I don't know why people should do that. Everyone knows that you should not ask. Don't ask a woman her age. Don't go, how old are you? A lot of people just ask, like, how old are you? In public, like, yeah. Don't ask a woman's age. Don't ask a woman's age. No, it's a no. Do not ask. And don't ask a woman. It's not necessary to ask a woman how old she is, how old are you. Just compliment her. There are different things you can say to someone. You mustn't ask about, yeah, their age. How old are you? Or how old were you last year? Or no, no, it's a no, no. Don't ask people's age. People don't want to tell you how old they are, especially women don't. This goes to men especially. I think women, we know this. We don't do this one. Most women will not ask. No, no, they will not ask of your age. But some men will just ask in public, how old are you? You know, how, and they really want you to tell them there and then, like in public, how old are you? Please, these are questions not to ask people, especially in public. They are so unnecessary. If you want to start conversations, these are not questions to start conversations with. These are the worst questions to start. Or are you married? No, these are the worst questions to start conversations with. There are better ways of asking, of starting conversations, or starting discussions with people. You could ask about their passion. That is the best thing. That's the best one. If you don't know how to start conversations with people, start with their passion. Ask about their interests. Ask about, when you ask about someone's interest, you see their eyes just lighten up, because they have got a lot of, oh my goodness, I love football. Arsenal, Chelsea, yeah, because that is what they love. Don't go into this kind of awkward conversations. It doesn't look good. It doesn't feel good on the other person. It doesn't look, and sometimes it makes the whole space go quiet, because everyone is, I don't know if you've come across this advert. Those in England, you must have come across this advert where someone got a house, they bought a house, and they invited friends over, and then this friend just stood like in the middle of the dance floor. Everyone was eating, having fun, and she just went, "Oh my goodness, how much did you pay for the house?" And everyone just went, "What? What did she just ask? The price of the house?" She stood, she was in the middle, she was dancing, and then she just stopped. "What's the price of this house?" Please don't ask. Don't ask. If you're being invited to a house party, housewarming, and that, just enjoy yourself. Eat the food and drink as much as you can. Don't ask how much people, don't ask the price of your house, how much you pay for your mortgage. Don't ask. Those questions are not questions for you to ask. Don't ask anyone these questions. They are very awkward to ask, especially in front of people. They'll be like, everyone will be like, people are, most of the times, people are so shocked. Most of the time, sorry about that. Most of the times, people are so shocked when you ask these questions. Please, these are not questions to ask anyone. Do not ask these questions. Ask about things like a project. What projects are you undertaking? Or ask questions like that. Ask about what they are learning. Ask about growth. Things like that. People are very excited to talk about growth. People are very excited to talk about uplifting conversations. Try something uplifting. Talk about passion. Talk about their interest, especially. Oh my goodness, what do you do? What are your passions? People will talk about cooking. Talk about cooking. Talk about food. That is something as well that you can break the ice with. If you get into a room and you meet new people and you want to start, you talk about politics. Some people would not really talk much about politics. You can talk about what is on the news. That is another thing. Talk about what is on the news. If you're in England, you can talk about the weather. That is the number one icebreaker in the UK. Talk about the weather. We know that in one day we have rain, sun, we have summer. We experience summer, winter, spring, autumn, all in one day. So if you are in the UK, you can, or anywhere, you can talk about the weather. Oh my goodness, it's so hot today, isn't it? That is how you can start conversations. You can talk about the weather, you can talk about the roads, you can talk about what is happening on the news. You can talk about different things, styles, fashion, food. Food is another good one, because everyone loves food. Most people love. Look, come on, I love food. Most people love food. You can talk about food. Talk about food. There are different things to talk about. about um different things, just different things to talk about. Please do not talk about these five topics that we have highlighted today. I'm sure I added one, that is six, So please don't talk about these things. That's so unnecessary. They would not take you anywhere. And most of the times when you bring up these topics, um, you would find out that the whole environment will just go quiet, especially when you're in the midst of people. So please do not, do not, do not talk about these things with people you know or with people you even do not know, especially with people you don't know, because they'll be like, why is she asking about my salary? How come? Why do you want to know about my income? Why? You know. So please, these are things you should not talk about, no matter how excited you might not mean anything bad. You might just be inquisitive. Some people are inquisitive, they just want to know. There are a lot of people out there who are very inquisitive. They want to know, they ask a lot of questions. Some people ask questions without thinking through them. They just ask, like, oh my goodness, you know what? Especially when you meet someone at work for the first time. Let's say you gained employment somewhere, and you're meeting your new colleagues for the first time. It's very tempting to ask how much they're making. It's so tempting to ask. But once you ask that particular question, people just start looking at you, and they're like, oh my goodness, what kind of, why is she just joined. They might not tell you that. But they'll think about it. Why is she asking about my salary, how much money I make, how much I bought my car? Those are things you don't ask. You don't ask. Please, what's the price of your shirt? What's the price of your shoes? If you see someone's shoes and you like them, just compliment them. Just say, I like your shoe, or I love your shoe. Wow, it's beautiful. They look good on you. If you like them so much, you can ask them where they got the shoes from, you know. But don't ask the price of the item. Please don't. And let me just say one more thing. This is another thing that a lot of people do. It might be conscious, it might be unconscious, but it's really awkward. People wear, some people love designer clothes and shoes. See, do not ask anyone if it's real or if it's not real. Like, is that real designer or not real designer? Why are you asking? What matters is how the item looks on that person. And if they love it, that's fine. Don't ask them if it's real designer or if it's not real designer. Oh my goodness, is that gold? Is it real gold? Don't ask. Don't ask. These are things you don't ask people. It's just, these are questions you don't ask. I know sometimes we do it because of the excitement, because of what's happening there and then. You just want to, the excitement, you want to know a lot, but then why are you asking? Why? Ask yourself why. Is this question necessary? Is this question intrusive? Am I intruding into someone's space? Ask those questions to yourself, please, before asking this type of questions, because they're really unnecessary. I think that is all I've got to share with you today. One thing, I didn't talk about my book, please. I did not, I forgot completely. And this is my book, 7 Lessons from My Father. It's on Amazon. The soft copy, that is the Kindle copy, is 0.99p at the moment. The hard copy is £9.99. It's on Amazon. Please go get yourself a copy. Support a sister. This is my book. It was released or published on the 9th of last month. So it's been out there now for a month. It's a really good book because the first lesson will teach you how to love yourself. It's very important. That is the most important lesson, I think, in life, is for you to learn how to love yourself. So this book will teach you. I have outlined tools in here to teach you how to love yourself. It's very important. So The first chapter talks about love and identity. The second chapter talks about you being your own rescue. It's very important to know that no one will come to your rescue. Sometimes you have to have it at the back of your mind that you are your own rescue. So every time you fall, you have to get up, pick yourself up, dust yourself, and carry on moving. Um, hello, yeah, hello, Sam. How are you? Good morning. How are you today? Hope you're doing well. You know, and good to have you here. We are rounding up. We've been here for some time, and the third chapter talks about failure. The fourth chapter talks about listen more, talk less. The fifth chapter talks about self-confidence. The sixth chapter talks about action, 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 and the seventh chapter talks about education. Hello, Sam. Go get my book from Amazon. Have you got a copy of my book? Go and get my book from Amazon. 7 Lessons from My Father. Go get them from Amazon. It's a classic. You will learn a lot from it. You can get it, give it to friends, family. If you've got young adults, get this book for young adults. There's a lot to learn from this book. These are some of the lessons my dad passed on to me at a very young age. I lost my dad at a very young age. However, before he passed on some very valuable lessons onto me. And in this book, I've shared these lessons. Um, I've wrapped these 7 lessons in 7 soul-soothing stories, from my childhood. Do go get yourself a copy from Amazon. The hard copy is £9.99. That is the hard copy. The soft copy is 99p. The Kindle copy is 99p. Come on, 99p. So go grab yourself a copy from Amazon, please, today. Thanks very much. Do go get a copy, support a sister, and you're going to learn a lot from this book. Trust me, you will learn a lot from this book. You will learn how to stand up every time you fall. You will learn how to love yourself no matter what. Yes, you will love yourself unapologetically. After reading this book, you will love yourself. You will know that you have to you will just love yourself. You will love yourself. Just go, I've outlined in this book tools that you can use to just love yourself. So do get yourself a copy. But on today's topic, we actually, it's done now. Today's live video, it's done. We talked about 5 lessons, or 5 questions, sorry, rather. 5 questions you should never ask anyone. That was what we discussed today. And the first question is, let me just run through them. The first question is, never ask about anyone's income. Don't ask. It's unnecessary. It's very unnecessary. Don't ask. If you meet people, especially single people, if you have single people around you and you are married, don't go around asking them when they're going to get married. Why are you single? Go and get married. You've been single for so long. These are things you don't discuss with people. These are things you don't ask people. When are you going to get married? No, please don't. It's a no. Don't ask people the price of their clothes. When you see someone wearing something nice, you can appreciate them, you can tell them how much you love whatever they're wearing, but do not ask the price tag. Or sometimes you see someone wearing something that looks like gold. Let's say they're wearing jewelry and it looks like gold, it might be gold, you don't know. Don't ask. Don't go, oh my goodness, that looks like gold. Is that gold? Is it real? Are you sure it's real? Some people will go as far as asking you if you are sure it's real. Please. It's a no. Another thing is body weight. I know people come from different places with different cultural backgrounds, and some people will talk about weight. For example, in some cultures, when you put on weight, it's a good thing. it's a good thing because they know people will ask you, oh my goodness, she's put on weight. She is rich. Where is she getting the money from? And in some cultures, people will start visiting you because, come on, you put on weight. You must be getting money and food from somewhere. They want to know, and they'll start visiting you. But in other cultures, it's a no, no. You can't ask or tell someone that they've added weight. It's just a no, no. So you know what? So these are things you should just avoid asking people or just avoid telling people that they've put on weight or they've lost weight. You know, people don't like those questions. They really don't. And I don't think it's necessary. You know, let's start having uplifting conversations, conversations that would bring people up, that would uplift your spirit, ask about people's passion, ask about what people love, ask about the things that just, you know, the conversations to have with people, and that should be uplifting conversations, please. I think that is about it for today. We have come to the end of today's live broadcast. Thank you very much for sharing your time with me today. I really do appreciate you. I appreciate your time. And until next time, I don't know when I'll be coming live again. I could come anytime, any day. I don't have any precise time that I come live on social media, especially YouTube. But I'm sure if you don't, just make sure you subscribe so you can join me, or you can come and watch and share this space with me every time I come live. You know, once more, thanks very much for your time. I really do appreciate you. Thank you very much. Have a fabulous day. All the best always. And until next time, here's your girl Cecilia Mbullah. Thank you and bye bye for now. Bye. Bye bye.